Hi everyone. Today we are in Lithuania on 12th of October and meeting a couple of students from Dehradun from India who are studying in Vilnius University. Let's talk to them about their experience for last 2 years. Hello both of you. Please can you introduce to the audience about yourself?
Hello, my name is Vijal. I'm studying in VU third year management student. I came here in 2022 from Dehradun, India.
Hi, I'm Arshita Sharma. I'm also studying at Vilnius University, third year management student, and I'm from Dehradun, India.
Vijal, 2 years you have spent in Lithuania and now you're in third year, right?
Yeah.
So probably, whenever I meet somebody from Lithuania, I always say, it's your experience cannot be completed until a student experience is added in that experience, because student experience gives a lot of, different perspective to audience, how and what they should expect in Lithuania when they come for higher education. So my first question is that you are coming from Dehradun and Dehradun is a city of education. First, why did you choose Lithuania as a study destination when a lot of students are going to different top countries like Canada, Australia, and New Zealand? So if you can throw some light on that.
Okay, so basically the reason to choose Lithuania is I was like pretty much above average student. I have 89% in class 12th. And also in 10th. So the main reason to choose Lithuania is I didn't find a very good college in India because the cutoff rank was 96, 97, even higher for some. And then you have some competitive exam, which I didn't have time and I didn't want to take 1 year gap after my 12th. So I decided many countries. Then at the end, I wanted a European degree, which is valid in like 28 other countries also, which is offering a reasonable price for the bachelor's degree because I want to invest more in my master's and want to cut the cost with my bachelor's degree. So I chose Lithuania. I also wanted to choose Germany, but there were some complications later there. So I ended up here in Lithuania, Vilnius.
Okay, so you just said you have some complications in Germany. What were the complications? I mean, I'm sure this means that you were checking out German higher education also.
Yeah, definitely.
What happened? What went
Actually,
wrong?
I believe without a consultant, it would be difficult in German because the procedure was too vast. Over here in Lithuania, it was much more easier for me as I just passed my 12th and didn't have much experience about all the documentation process. So I just applied there, and in a span of like 15 days, I received the mail and I was happy enough to start. Because this, I applied to 3 universities, but I got the position here first. So I just went with the flow.
When we talk about coming to Lithuania, was funding one of the key factor as well, that there was the tuition fees is lower in Lithuania as compared to other European countries? Was it also on your mind?
Yeah, it's like one of the main factors, as I discussed before, that I didn't want to invest much in my bachelor's at first. I want to cut the cost to save for my master's. I might go to Canada or some other countries, not decided yet. So it was one of the main factors.
Coming from Dehradun, you have seen some good schools in Dehradun and some good education system in the upper North India. A lot of people want to go to Dehradun for higher education. When you see your friends, so let's say your friends who are in India right now, who did your class 12th with you, they must be doing their bachelor also second year, they must have finished now. When you talk to them, when you go to India, what kind of a difference you see between their perspective and your perspective on the bachelor degree? Because a lot of time I tell people that going for a bachelor degree is the best investment you can do today, because the quality of education will give you a good foundation for the future. So how do you see this thing?
Actually, when I came to Lithuania, I was just 16 years old and I didn't have exposure, the ability to talk in group or in public, because that's what we haven't learned. In Indian education system, more you learn is books. You learn about text, you learn how to mug it up. In general, you don't learn much about public speaking as a skill or learning more about business or trying business, because Indian education system teach you to get a job, not to earn a business.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the major core what I learned over here in Lithuania. Like right now, I'm sitting here comfortably without panicking, and I wouldn't have done it after my 12th immediately because I didn't have that much of confidence or exposure to public.
I think the exposure is the most important thing which you get when you go abroad for higher education, and especially to European countries. I completely agree with you that part. When it comes to a lot of people have this perspective, you're going to Eastern European country, right? You're going to a Baltic country. It's an ex-Russian country. Now, you are here for 2 years. What do you see? Do you see that is it an advanced education, it's a quality education, or is it a Russian education we're talking about? Because we all know the Baltic countries came out of Russia long ago now, but still some people have different perspective. They still think Lithuania, Latvia, or Estonia, the Baltic countries, are not good enough for education. What is your say on that?
Like the main key which I took out of my 2 years of education is that in Lithuania or any Baltic countries, for example, they are teaching you confidence. For example,
Okay.
they're not teaching you the definition, because definition you can find in Google anytime. But the confidence is what a student is building from the very first years of his college life, for example. So the main thing is confidence. Every seminar, every week, I have 2 presentations in which I'm standing in front of 25 people and speaking my point.
Okay.
So that's one of the main like plus point which you will receive. Also the cost benefit, that's why I chose. And if you want an exposure in an economical way, I believe Lithuania, Latvia, Poland are one of the best options.
Ashita, student from India, mostly we see men going out abroad. In last few years, Gen Z generation, I am seeing now that in last 5 years, I see a lot of female students going abroad for the bachelor students. So a lot of universities are asking me, what is changing in India? So I will tell them, India is changing. So you give me a perspective about your education in Lithuania and your education in India. Did you make a right decision, and why?
I think that I made a right decision now,
Okay.
because now I'm more, as he said, I'm more confident. And as a girl, it's now in today's time, it's very important for you to be confident. And we all know that the feminine society in India, they don't teach us how to be confident. They don't
Sure.
teach us how to be, think out of the box and do something that not other people are doing. They just want us to follow the narrow line.
True.
And when I chose to come outside, at start, when I came here, it was very difficult, obviously. So I thought that why did I came and I shouldn't. But now, after 2 years, I think that I made the best choice, choosing this country and choosing this university, because now I'm more confident. As you asked him what I think when I go back to India, when I go back India, I see that the females around me, I'm not comparing, but I think that they should also, have that exposure that I had, because it's very important, and I think that I did the right choice.
Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore are metro cities of India. And we all know the exposure to the children are quite different as compared to tier 2 cities, When coming from Dehradun, of course, you have a good education system in Dehradun as well. But a lot of time, people have one concern, and it's a fact basically, and I'm very clear on camera that when you send a female child to Delhi, you are a bit concerned because you know what's going on in Delhi, right? Security for child is most important for any parents. Doesn't matter where the child study, in India or outside India. People think, Lithuania is a small country. So how do you see, is it a safe country for women from internationally perspective? So a student from India or Nepal, Bangladesh or anywhere, do you think they will feel safe when they come to Lithuania? Very clear, focus on security point of view.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because as you said, that in India, like Delhi, it's not safe. I usually don't go out when I'm in India alone, like after night or in the evening. But it's not like here. You can go at night or in the evening. Time is no foundation. People around are safe. Lithuanians, people see them, they don't talk and they're rude. But they stay in there. They will not, they will not come and talk to you something bad, or they will not, tease you like people do in India.
Is not there. Okay.
And it's very safe for girls all the time, in the morning, evening, night, and I feel that it's pretty safe.
You also work here, right? So safety at work is also equally there as well. When you go to companies, you don't have any challenges there also, or and also in the university, everywhere you think it's safe.
Yeah, it's safe because the university and also the workplaces here are very diverse. They don't make you feel low, or they don't tease you like you're feminine and a masculine type of way. So it's very safe in the workplace and also in the university.
So you as a female student will strongly recommend to the other female student watching this video that they should look at the opportunities in Lithuania or Baltic countries.
Or any other Baltic country, yeah, sure, for sure.
Great. When it comes to education tuition fee, the tuition fee here for programs are low. So what is the tuition fee you are paying for your bachelor's degree?
I'm paying around 2,700 something.
2,700 come out to be somewhere like not even like 2,70,000 rupees.
Less than 3 lakhs maybe.
275. Let's say today's day 275,000 you are paying for your tuition fee.
Yeah.
So in India, if your friends have gone to in Dehradun some private university, how much they would have paid? Let's say UPIC or Graphic Era.
No, they're paying more than me.
They're paying
And
more than
I
you.
don't know the exact amount, but I just know that they're paying more than me on average.
Because 2.75 lakh is still you can't get a good quality education in India. We
No.
all know that now.
We all know, because before coming, I also tried getting to big colleges, and when I was applying for the application form, the application fees were like 35 lakhs and 24 lakhs. So that's the package you get in India for
Okay.
a good college, and 2.5 you don't get a good college in India.
And also the living cost on the top of the city as
Yeah.
well. So if you go to Mumbai and Delhi, the living cost
the
is
living cost is double.
double. So let's say the education you're paying very affordable. That's fine. But normally people have in mind, if I'm paying a low tuition fee in India, the quality is cheaper. Do you see here, because you study in a public university,
Yeah.
Vilnius University public university. So how does the quality versus price graph works out here?
I don't see as a big gap between these two, because we do get good quality education, and it's
Okay.
a modern setup of the education. We don't think that we are studying very outdated type of study and something which is very low quality. No, I don't feel like that.
Okay.
The gap between the price and the quality of education is not very deep.
So you're getting good
It's
value of the.
good quality and valued education, and the price is also good.
When your friends who are already studying in India, let's say your friends, female friends, what kind of program they're studying in business? Just normal BBAs?
They're not studying BBA. One of my friend is studying something related to science, maybe
Okay.
something to communication, physics, and something like that. Another is studying fashion,
Okay.
but they're not from the business background.
Okay. When we talk about the quality of education, a lot of time it has been said that if you go to European university, Lithuanian university, you will go for Erasmus exchange program where you don't have to pay anything extra. I mean, is it true?
It depends on what the Erasmus scholarship is providing you.
Okay. But do you have to pay? Let's say, have you gone for Erasmus now?
No, I haven't gone.
Are you planning?
I was, but not anymore.
Okay. So normally in Erasmus program, students are encouraged to go to different country. Have you tried it yet?
I was planning,
Okay.
but I didn't try it, and I didn't execute it.
Okay. So you have no plans.
No plans for the future as well.
So you are planning to finish your bachelor's here.
Yeah.
And then we were talking off the camera that you might give an opportunity, you might check out the English country also for your master's.
I would, but I'm also keeping Lithuania as an option.
Okay.
And also those countries as an option too.
So let's say somebody is from India and he doesn't want to spend too much on the bachelor's. They can come here for bachelor's, finish a bachelor degree, and then go for master's to an English country with a higher tuition fee also. Do you think they can save money like this way?
I think they can.
Okay.
And it also depends on person to person about their expenses, but in my point of view, they can.
And coming to accommodation, do you live in a university hostel or you have apartment?
I live in the dormitories.
Okay, and how much do you pay for that?
I pay 70 euros a month.
Did you just said 70 euros a month?
Yes.
Which is around about 7,000 rupees.
7,000 something.
Let's say 7,000. So 7,000 rupees per month you're paying.
Yeah.
And in this 7,000 rupees, what all is included?
I get. I have roommates. Obviously, it's not a single room.
Okay.
But you get a private bathroom,
Okay.
kitchen, laundry setup, study halls, and yeah.
And would you get extra bill for water, heating,
No,
electricity?
it's all included in 70.
So 7,000 rupees include everything
Yeah,
minus the
and-
food.
Yes, and the quality of the dormitories are very good. In which I'm living, it's very good.
And the so we are talking. And how much you spend on food every month?
Every month for about 200.
So 200 plus 70.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 270 euros.
270
So we are talking about 25,000 rupees per month
per month.
on food and living both. That's what you are spending on your
Yeah.
own. Okay. So but that's something you also spend in Mumbai and Delhi also.
Yeah, it's the same.
Because this is the price in Delhi as well. If you go to hostels or you even live apartments as well. So it is true that you can study it in Lithuania cheaper than India.
Or at the same price of India.
Rather same price also, and also live at the same price.
Yeah.
So it's not a myth.
It's not a myth. It's actually true. You can live at the same price you're living in India
Okay.
and with a better quality of education.
So basically, Ms. Sharma is very clear about that. She's from Dehradun, and she's on record saying that, and you can actually live for 25,000 rupees.
Yeah.
So I always tell this to a lot of people. Trust me, a lot of parents, get shocked that I'm sure when you didn't came here, you didn't have that much clarity which you have today.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
You were also like, if I would have told you that 2 years back that you can live for 25,000 rupees, everything inclusive, this doesn't sound
won't-
correct.
Yeah, you
Right?
won't, and you won't agree to my point of view. Say, yeah, you're lying completely.
Absolutely, and anybody will say, because it's to us, going to Europe is more expensive thing. How can it then be, the same Indian cost? But guys, please listen, that it's only when you're at a student life. This is very true. Because if you are living as a normal life where you don't have, subsidy bus passes,
Yeah.
you don't get discounts, and you also have to, apartments are very expensive, a bit expensive, not very expensive. So during a student life, definitely you can save a lot of money. So my next question will be coming to a very important topic, Erasmus exchange program. So a lot of students have this, they've heard this word Erasmus exchange. I thought I know it very well in how it works, but maybe as a student perspective, you can share with other students. What is Erasmus exchange and how you can avail it?
So basically, we have semester for 6 months. So in a year, we have 2 semesters. So for Erasmus, you can go for 1 semester to different countries, which is listed on the university website, which you can check. Basically, in Erasmus, what they provide you per month around 650 to 700 euros, depending on the country where you're going. So basically, for 2 examples, if you're going to Poland, they will give you somewhat around 600. If you're going to Spain or Italy, they would give you up to 700. So you don't have to pay any tuition fees. You will pay what you are paying to your university every year. Plus, you will get 700 euros per month expense to live there. So basically, you can live in a dormitory which would cost a little bit higher than Vilnius, of course. I would say 250, 300. Plus 300 you have for your food and expense. So basically, you are just living there, getting an exposure for 6 months, and the university is paying everything to you.
Absolutely.
So no stress of work, no stress of converting INR to euros.
Fair enough.
Very complicated stuff these days. So you just have to go there, find a dormitory, and actually Vilnius University also provides you links to some apartments, to dormitories, to consultants, and also to the mentors over there. They will come to you as soon as you land there. They will be there. They will guide you with everything. They will guide you with the dormitories, the admission, like how the classes will go. So basically, you study there for 6 months, get an exposure for free, and you can come back, and also you can extend. So basically, in bachelor's, 4 years is my bachelor's, I can go up to 1 year for Erasmus. So like 2 semesters. So maybe I can go Italy, Spain, Italy, Poland, or also we have UK. And Newcastle University in United Kingdoms, we have one option. So basically, I can go up to 1 year among my 4 years of bachelor's program.
Okay. So students, basically, it's very well explained that paying for one country but going to 2 to 3 countries for education, and that too your living cost going to be absolutely covered by your home university. This Erasmus exchange program is a big hit, not only for in the recent time, but it's going for many years now, at least for 2 decades since I'm promoting European education. It is there. So the reason behind this running the program is that Europeans wanted to work with Europeans. So how will you make a Hungarian guy work with a Lithuanian guy, and a Lithuanian guy with a Danish guy, and a Danish person can work with the Italian person, just to make this happen? So in the real life, there's a more collaboration, possibilities. They have created their education system such a way that Europeans work with Europeans, Europeans study with Europeans, and that's how they define as Europeans workforce. So I wish, in India also, if we have this thing, the north to south, south to east, east to west, so we will not have these, clashes which we see among the regional clashes, happening in different part of the India, because people have no experience in working with northeast people in west part of India, and Kashmiris are not coming to Kanyakumari, It's going to be a great opportunity if India education system can learn from European education system, and we are a big country. I think this will also help us a lot. And coming to the opportunities after education, during education, a lot of students from India always wanted to work. This is their prime objective, sometimes, but this should not be like that. But let's say if you are a student, so you are working right now.
Currently, I'm working. Yes.
Okay. And as a student, what kind of a job? And you are only 19 years old right now, I believe.
Yeah, I will be 19
Oh,
actually
you
in
will
this
be. Okay,
November.
great. So you basically are working, and you working for like a full time or part time?
It's actually 40 hours. A
40
week.
hours. So are you allowed to work for full time in Lithuania?
Yes, they have like updated the TRP policies from I guess past 1 year. Before we were allowed 20 hours a week.
Okay.
Now they have converted it to 40.
So bachelor students can also work full time, masters can also work full time. But for bachelor students, when they work full time, it becomes very challenging sometimes because you have to manage both education and your.
Definitely, it is challenging, but it is less challenging if you have a job related to your studies.
Okay, right. So
So
you are working in
basically,
which field?
I'm working at cybercare. So basically, they deal with customers.
Okay.
Communication is there, business
Okay.
understanding is there, working environment, and my course is management. So I'm actually in field learning what is management, how to manage customers, how to manage company, how to manage colleagues, how to
Absolutely.
manage people.
Fair
So
enough.
for me, it's not difficult. Plus, I'm earning a good amount and saving also a good amount and learning at the same time at university and at field work also.
If I say this way, from your earnings, can you sponsor yourself, your tuition fee and your living cost, and you still left with some money?
Definitely.
It's there.
It's there.
So basically,
Even I can give the breakdown if you want.
no, it's okay. I will not go into details, but but students basically when we talk about earnings here, a lot of students have saying, okay, when you go online, I'll be very open. See, we are making a YouTube session, but then let's say there are a lot of content available online. A lot of places people are cribbing about it. There are no jobs in Lithuania. That's one thing I hear about. So, as a student, what do you say on this? From your perspective, you have a job. There is a certain community of students. I talk to them. They said there are many jobs, and there's certain community of students. I talk to them. There's like there is no jobs, right? And those guys are doing Volt and Bolt only, like delivery. They deliver the food like Swiggy and Zomato, right?
Yeah.
Can you just give me a clarity from your perspective? Are the jobs there, or there are no hardly any jobs?
Actually, I would not say there are so many jobs because, of course, the language barrier is one point, and I would not say there are no jobs over here. So basically, in company which I'm working, it's like the basic requirement is English. So I don't have to learn Lithuanian, Russian, Ukrainian, or any other languages. So basically, they deal with customers in English. So basically, if you have the capability, you can crack the written test, you can crack the interview. There are jobs.
Okay.
And for Bolt and Volt, obviously there is job, like you just have to make an ID and start working. But as a student, I would say to you that you should more focus on a job which is related to your career development and also give you exposure at the same time.
I think it's more to do with your understanding about the education, because some people when they come here, and I'm saying it on camera for a reason, because I want students to understand it. From my perspective, I see two kind of students. One who come here, they want to do the education, they want to become something in life, and education, they value education. Some students, especially from the northern part of students, who come here and they start working, they don't go to university, they don't go to attend classes, right? They are involved in other activities rather than their main activities is education. They just go away from it. And that's now become a very big problem in Lithuania, and North Indian students are the majorly students in the chunk we're talking about. Every university I talk to, they always say, most of my non-studying students belong from North India. So I think education has to be considered, and they have to see a different perspective. If you come into this country, you have to understand you have opportunities, but if you don't study, if you don't value education, you will not be able to do anything here. And especially when we are talking about from next year onward, the law is coming that you have to also speak the local language as well. Do you agree with this statement?
I definitely agree, because there are two types of student. One who are coming on education visa for education.
Absolutely.
And there are one student who are coming on education visa but on work purpose.
Absolutely.
So you have to completely divide your mindset. If you really want to work and you don't want to study, just don't apply for education visa.
Absolutely.
Because you have to go to classes, you have to attend seminars, you have to attend everything, because here it's not like in India that you will give at the end an exam for 100 marks and you will get like 40 and you will pass.
True.
Here it's about 10 grades which is divided among classes. So 1 grade attendance, 2 grade seminar, 3 grade exam, 4 grade group works.
Okay.
So you cannot do like this, you come one day and you don't come other day. So basically, they are providing you everything at affordable price, but they want you to be attentive, to go there, to learn. They are giving everything of this price, I would say amazing. But at least as a student, what you have to do? Study.
Sure.
And if you're not doing that, it's of no use.
I think this is the reason, and I'm telling you on record what's going to change from October 2024. From October 2024 onwards, immigration is taking this very serious. Universities are taking it very serious. A lot of students are going to lose their temporary resident permit in Lithuania, and now they are making a separate department to basically take actions on such things, because it's kind of spoiling the entire ecosystem.
Definitely.
Because if you see Invest Lithuania as a company, if you go online, and subscribe yourself, in 2028, Lithuania is seeing itself in the global business solution hub. So if Belarus is closed, Ukraine is closed, Russia is closed, the entire service industry. When I say service industry, what do I mean? I mean the back end, right? So when you, even in India, you create a backend of a big company, you create in Gurgaon and in Noida because you have a cheap land cost, rental costs are cheaper. Similarly, for Europeans, Norway, Finland, Germany, all the big countries, they want to create their backend. They want to create their chat support. They want to create their fintech companies in Lithuania because the labor cost is cheaper as compared to the Central Europe. So this is why there's a huge amount of jobs coming in here. But yes, the only thing which we just spoke about, that the students have to be more careful about choosing the right program, and if they're coming for education, they should come for education only. So earlier, I think, so you've been here for 2 years now, you see that last 2 years, if you see, universities are very generous. They were okay, you always used to make, some students used to make always excuses, and they're still able to carry on, but not anymore now. They are very strict now.
Definitely, I've seen this, because some student in the very first year, we have 50 students in the class. The next semester, they were 25. Okay. 25 were doing maybe some kind of work, and then it keep on reducing.
Okay.
But on the same times, I will tell you, if you attend the classes, if you get the grade, the university are providing you scholarship every semester. Till now, I have received 2 scholarships. One I will get on this 28th of October. She will also get on 28th of October. So basically, if I have 25 students in my class, the top 5 students who score high will get the scholarship, 650 euros every semester.
Wow. Okay.
So that's what university is giving from their side.
Okay.
So they are just providing the max they could.
Very good.
And I have received it 2 times, and I just feel so pleasant because I am getting paid to study for myself.
Absolutely.
So what can be more beneficial than this?
I think the mindset is different. So if you come with the mindset, I'm going abroad, and I think you can also come with one mindset that I'm going abroad, but I'll only study. Okay, you want to work, you can work, but like Gia sitting in the back, and we were discussing this thing with Gia off the camera, that Gia is I don't want to work because I want to study completely. I want to finish my 4 years only on education, and the budget my father had it for my Indian education, I'm using the same budget. So also this way you can do it. You don't have to it, but yeah, I think after first year you can start doing some work because that'll give you the also industry experience. Definitely. So when you're finishing your bachelor degree, and if you go to a company, you can always say, I was also working and I actually have the experience to work in Lithuania. This will also add an advantage, or maybe internships, up to you.
And moreover, if you're from an Indian because definitely I remembered my 12th class. I have 25 chapter in economics, and now I just know some part of it. Sure. But here in Vilnius University, they give multiple choice. So I remember, oh, this is how it is connected. They give presentations, so I remember something what I spoke on the stage. So this is how the teaching environment is.
I think open examination is very simple concept. A lot of universities are doing it in certain courses. The reason is that if I have to multiply 787 into 2828, I will never do any calculation in my mind. I will use a calculator in real life.
Definitely.
So after education, you go in the real life. In the real life, you will use calculators, and how to use a calculator, that's important.
Yes.
So they're trying to teach you through open book that you should know how to find the solution. Even if you have to go and refer to some sources, Google or whatever, you can do it. So this concept is very good. I think it should also be in India where you can at least tell the person he should know how to do it. Even they can use the technology or the machines, but as long as you can do it, the end result is achieved. So that's why the open book examinations are very common in certain courses in Europe now.
But the problem in India is because students see education as a burden.
Yeah.
And here we see it as a passion.
Absolutely.
So open book, we see it as an opportunity. And in India, if you tell the student it's open book, he will just close the book. Okay.
I know.
We'll see it in the exam.
I know. Because I think it's not only the program bachelors, our whole education system needs revamping.
Definitely.
Right? So if you're just not revamping the education system, doesn't matter even you revamp your bachelors, your 12 years of education is remain the same. So, and we are so big country that changing this whole thing is going to be a problem. But until and unless somebody take the responsibility, until you change the whole education system of India, including your K-12 and your bachelors, I think the impact will not be there. Some universities who are running bachelor degrees in India, I mean, I give you an example. I went to many universities in Dehradun as well. UPSC is one university which I went there, and I was like, okay, among all the universities I've been in Dehradun, this one looks decent to me. Now, when I did research, it has been bought up by a GUS group, which is a European education biggest group, and they are changing the methodology of education. So I now understand why the difference is going to come there. But when I saw the prices, it was double the Lithuania. So if you are studying in UPSC, you're paying 4.5 lakh rupees tuition fee. When you're studying in Lithuania, you're paying 2.5 lakh. Why will you spend that money? But a lot of people don't have awareness now.
Definitely.
So I think by such videos, there are a lot of students who will get awareness. So especially from Dehradun area or North India where you come from, I think a lot of people want to come here and try this education also. And I think you're already referring me that there are a few students who are already following you, who have come here already in the recent times.
Definitely.
So are they also happy in this regards?
They're definitely enjoying life.
Okay.
Because an Indian mindset is that we are much more connected to the family. We don't want to put burden on father, mother, basically. So when we think of abroad, we think 25, 30 lakhs. Like on table you need.
True.
And that's where many students quit their dreams.
Very true.
When we see, okay, you need 2.5 lakh tuition fees, okay, 50,000 somewhat around TRP, okay, and then ticket and all. Then you see, okay, 5-6 lakh I need on table that I can arrange.
True.
Somehow.
True.
And then I'll go there, I will also work.
True.
And definitely if you work in Europe, 1,000 euro a month is okay, normal thing. It's not a very big deal, in which 300 expense, and then you can save some amount for your tuition fees. So then when student realize, okay, I can do it without putting a lot of burden on my father or mother, then they want to step up. But students don't know it.
Absolutely. They don't know the whole concept.
Yes.
I think parents are also not aware that their kids can study in Europe at such a cost.
Yeah.
But I think by listening to you both, at least from student from Dehradun will have more bigger perspective.
Definitely.
Because of course they can also correlate with you as well. When we talk about the education, it also said that people want to stay back also in the country. So a lot of Indian students who want to go abroad, their first preference is I'm going to study there and I want to be a resident also. That's also I know one of the preferences. Can you get a permanent after 5 years? Is it true?
Yeah, actually it's true.
Okay. So you do a 4-year program and then you have 1 year stay back option, which is
1 year you can work or internship, you can continue.
So after 5 years, you can apply for your residency.
You can apply, definitely.
Okay.
And that's depend on your documents,
Of
you
course.
will get or not. But
Okay.
yeah, you can apply.
You can apply. So basically, as long as you have not taken a break in your education, I believe.
Definitely, yes. Not a
So-
break, like you have continued smoothly and everything is fine, and then you can apply.
So basically, for a 18 years old kid, he go for education. He did his 4 years. He did his 1 year job seeker. By the time he's out, he has a residency of Europe,
Definitely.
and of course, he can move around easily anywhere. Have you been to Europe, you yourself?
No, actually, I was first 2 years, I was much more studying, like I wanted the scholarship and
Okay.
this and that. But this year, like as soon as the year got further, the studies are much more easier. In third year, we are not that much pressurized with studies. And in the next year, there will just be one internship and one thesis. So the last 2 years I have kept for travel. The
Okay.
first 2 year I have kept to build my base, because that I was not much clear in the first year of the education.
When we talk about, okay, we have spoken about a lot of things, but let's talk about something which we a normal life as well, not that perspective, a student perspective. When you're in your 18 to 25, you tend to go for shopping, you need more clothes, you need more things, here and there. Coming on to those things, because of course student will start now talking about, okay, tuition fee you have explained, living cost is cheaper, but I also have other demands, other preferences also. So how expensive shopping is for women in Lithuania as compared to India?
I mean, in India, if you shop from Zara and H&M,
Yeah.
then it's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah, but if you're more market shopaholic, like you love shopping from markets,
Okay.
and the stalls that we have in India, then it is expensive here.
Okay. So basically, let's say when you live in Europe, I believe all the female students, all the international students I see, mostly I see them in the European outfits. I don't see them in the Indian outfits. So
Yeah.
technically, we are talking about European outfits only. And I believe for European outfits, you'll go to Zara or H&M or Jack and Jones or whatever,
Yeah.
these brands which are in India. So they're going to be same cost, you're saying, which means that there is no need to buy more clothes from India. Rather buy, get your masalas more, I would say.
Get the masalas and food more, because if you are shopping from Zara and H&M in India, then that's the same price. There's no fast difference. Just that is in INR and it's in euros.
But
Okay.
I would say New Yorker, one place, definitely much more cheaper. Like,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
example, one t-shirt, 3 euros.
Okay. So you can
For
and-
boys, yeah. Boys,
that's
definitely.
good. So basically, a lot of students do one mistake. In September, when they're coming, they have 2 luggages and they're filled with clothes.
fill it with
right?
clothes. Don't fill it with
They-
clothes, because I've also seen one thing. The clothes that I got from India the first year, the winter ones, I don't use them here because they don't.
Useless.
They're not compatible with the winter that we have here.
Absolutely. I always tell this in my media. Every time I meet a student, your first jacket, your main jacket has to be from here.
It's useless if you're getting your puffer jackets from India, because they're not compatible with the winters.
True.
I bought everything here, like the coats, the jackets, and because it's also important, because the winter that we have here, at nights it's -30, -20. In the days also it's minus deep. So you should shop from here. That's
Okay.
what I believe.
So basically, you can bring your basic clothes, I would say, and you can always go for shopping here. And the cost, as you said, it's already
Yeah.
New Yorker is much more cheaper as
New
well.
Yorker is cheaper,
Yeah.
and H&M, Zara is the same.
So it will be a
Prices is
correct
there.
statement if I say if student come, they always should come with 2 baggages.
Mhm.
One should be with their full of masalas probably,
Mhm.
right? And other one should be probably for your basic clothing
Basic
as well.
Indian
Yeah,
clothes,
will that be a right packing stuff you will recommend?
definitely, and also some appliances that you
Of course.
Cooker.
Okay.
yeah, your cookers, your mixies, and other stuff like that, the kitchen stuff.
Okay.
You can get that, but don't invest in Indian clothes, because the winter Indian clothes that we have, they're not compatible with the winters here.
So I'm sure somebody who's coming, in the near future will take this advice very seriously, because I see a lot of people, coming and selling the same thing, that my jacket is no more, usable
no
here.
more warm.
Yeah, because you need more better ones here. Great. Thank you so much for joining me this session. I really appreciate this effort, because I think a lot of students who are thinking to come to Europe, especially to Lithuania or Baltic countries, they will have a different perspective of this, because more and more students give their perspective. It's much more easier for anyone staying back in India. See, 2 years back, you were also there. So even in Dehradun, you didn't knew that Lithuania is be like this. You must have seen online, on YouTube. We all do that. I do it as well today. But I think the content has to be more clear and more practical, where people can correlate with their lives. So I think now a lot of students who are thinking to come to Europe, they might be having some questions, especially the one from Dehradun's. And I'll try to see if we can, would you be happy to be in contact with a student from your region?
Definitely.
Right.
Anyone wants any help, questions, video call, I'm always available 24/7.
Great. We'll not do 24/7 for sure. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. So, but definitely, we're gonna put his number as well on the video, and then you guys can contact him. And in case you plan to come to Lithuania, the next intake is January 2025 for some courses, but majority of the courses are starting in only September 25. So, thank you so much, and see you
Thank
again.
you.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.